Hello and welcome to Weekend Investing Daily Bytes. We are shooting episode 344. And what a day today, 1st of February 2023. Budget day. My own expectations was that it will pass easily without much of noise, but I was totally wrong. And it was a hugely volatile day, which surprised most people. It was, in fact, a mixture of reaction from budget speech and the Adani saga that continues on. There were more news about Adani stocks not being taken up as collateral by Credit Suisse, Adani bonds, I'm sorry, and that caused more fear, and many Adani stocks were down 20-30%. So, a huge day in terms of volatility. Certainly not what one was expecting. You can see here after a mild start of gap up, Nifty after the budget speech rallied very nicely from 17,750 to about 17,950, and then it just dropped from there till about 17,350. So a 600-point drop on the Nifty, a very sharp recovery in the last hour, but nevertheless, all the gains of the day were gone. And more than that, what is not being seen on the index was the damage that was done in the internals. So extremely tough day, both for short-term traders, I'm sure, uh, and also for investors who have been waiting on the sidelines, uh, watching a lot of dramatic moves happen. PSU banking down 5.7% again in a single day. I mean, it's become such a yo-yo segment, primarily because again there was fear of Adani stocks, collaterals, exposure of banking stocks to Adani group. Metal stocks getting bashed at minus 4.5%. Only FMCG and IT, the defensives were sort of stable, along with some consumption stocks and pharma. But other than that, everything was beaten black and blue. I think more fine print of the budget coming out will clarify a lot of things. Initially, what looked like a market friendly budget, it seems by the evening people are realizing there is not much to take home from there. The tax reform for the common person also does not seem to be going well, in terms of it is more of mathematical, juxtaposition of various exemptions. No net, no real benefit seemed by most experts that I've read so far. uh, Additionally, I think some people were calling out the top of the Section 54 exposure being capped, that they say can hit the luxury segment of real estate. Uh, Imports of CKU cars, uh, duties gone up, silver and gold up. So I don't see much of any, savings or disposable income really coming out in the hands of the people. It may be happening uh, at certain marginal level, but so far what I've read, I have not seen a enthusiasm on that front. This tax structure seems more like uh, a trying to push people into that non-exemption regime, more than anything. Anyhow, so the market taking a good beating from where it reached. Nifty, however, on the overall index did not go down much from previous close at minus 0.2%, but the broader indices down 1 to 1.5%, most of them. MIATH2, MIATH were the only two strategies in the green for weekend investing, and most other strategies lost ground, with small cap strategies losing a lot of ground, between 2 and 3% on several of them. So, not a pretty day at all. You can see here that heat map, Adani Enterprise down 28%, Adani Ports is down 20%, HDFC Life down 11%, State Bank of India down 4.7%, SBI Life down 9%, Bajaj Finserv down 5%. Big cuts on several of these counters. ITC loan man standing plus 2.5%, very near its all-time highs, doing very well. Tata Consumers, Tata Steel, JSW Steel doing all right. ICICI Bank also doing well at plus 1.93%, along with the IT group, as I mentioned. Autos also down there. So let's look at a snapshot of what happened over the last 12 months from previous budget to this budget. Nifty is absolutely flat over this last 1 year. So we are exactly where we were over 12-month period, have gone nowhere. In the interim, we did go down by about, I would say, about 10%, a bit more than that. And on the higher side, we've gone up by about 5 6%. So we are pretty much directionless in terms of where the Nifty has gone in the last 1 year. And there may be more time to spend before we get a direction, because it does seem like the global uh, headwinds still remain of the recessionary times, but and money seems to be moving to China from emerging market funds, so we have to wait for our turn. I suspect today's FII numbers are going to be also very strongly negative. In terms of the sectors, this data is was prepared 2 days back, so it is up to 30th of January. Uh, so in terms of sectoral performance over this last 1 year, media has been the worst performing sector, with real estate coming in next, and IT both are at the same minus 16.9%. Pharma has lost 10%, energy has lost 5%, commodities, infrastructure, and so on and so forth. The best performing sector has been PSU banks, but this is still 30th of January, so a bit less than that, I suppose, as of today, if you calculate. FMCG has done quite well actually. Nobody was expecting FMCG to do well this year, but FMCG has done quite well. Gold has done quite well, plus 17.3%. So that is a great asset allocation hedge that you could have had. Autos, surprisingly, at the beginning of the year, there was no expectation that autos will do well. They've done 14.5%, and metals overall have done 11.9%. So the outperformance has come from spaces that one was not expecting from, and that's what usually happens, is that the common themes of expectation uh, get belied, and you get outperformance from other places. In terms of stocks, Nifty 50 stocks, Adani Enterprise, of course, this is till 30th January, so this would, today, after today's 30% cut, will be much lower. So it would not be the top ranker here. Mahindra doing very well at 58.6% over the last year. ITC, of course, doing very well at plus 51%. Coal India at 37.2% plus dividends. If we add, that will be total returns will be very nice. Aisha Motors, NTPC, Britannia, Sun Pharma, IndusInd Bank levers. These have been the top rankers in the Nifty stocks. And then there are many which were sort of in the middle at 0 to 10%. And the worst performing stocks in the Nifty have been below 10%. HDFC Life, BPCL, Grasim, Tata Motors, Kotak Bank, TCS, Infosys, Asian Paints down 15%, ONGC, Adani Ports, Bajaj Finance down 19%, Divi's Lab 21, Tech Mahindra 31, Wipro 32, and Bajaj Finserv 60% down. Is it Bajaj Finserv is 60% down, or is it a error of the bonus. I'll have to check this one. So overall, you can see that a lot of the Nifty indices, Nifty stocks have gone nowhere between -10 and +10%, and only a handful of them have really outperformed this entire year. What has weekend investing done in the last 12 months? Nifty being absolutely flat. Mi EverGreen has done well at +14%, and this is also data till 31st January. NG 50/50, the simple ETF strategy, has also done +9.8%. Mi 20, Mi 30, Mi 35 marginally in the green. Mi top 10, Mi 50, NNF 10, ATH2 all losing ground here between 0 and 7%, and Mi all cap doing the worst at -13.8%. So nothing exceptional performance, I would say. I hope that the choppy markets that we are in, almost 14 or 15 months in now, we get out of that choppiness at some point of time and get into some trending mode. If I see the history from 2016 when we started, we had couple of trending years, 16 17 and 17 18. 17 18 also till third quarter of 17, 2018, were really good, and then we had a disaster of 2018 small caps. Then somewhere around 19 we started picking up till 20 March. Then we had the COVID crash, and then of course we had a year and a half of good rally after that. So my sense is that every couple of years you will see some good rallies, and of course every couple of years you will see drawdowns and tough phases also. So that is pretty much going hand in hand. One very important announcement that I have to make is that we've tested and added some additional rules for intra month or intra week exits, and we've been doing this testing for the last week or 10 days. And we'll announce whenever we are doing a out of turn rebalance. We will announce that on the Telegram channel, and notification of rebalance will also be pushed on the app. And also we will try to notify at various other places. Mi Evergreen will have a special rebalance that will be pushed tonight. So we had one rebalance yesterday in Mi Evergreen, and we'll have one more that will come through tonight. So please watch out for that. We will also announce it on the Telegram channel and on the app notification. A lot of queries are there on Adani stocks, so I also want to take this opportunity and show you. I had a Excel sheet. Yeah, what we have done in Adani stocks, I want to show you. Uh, so these are all the transactions that we have done in Adani stocks till date. So in MI25, we bought Adani Green in 2019, got out in 20. We booked a gain of 167% there. In MI30, we bought Adani Enterprise in 21 December, got out in January 23, made a 98% gain. We lost out from the top. In Adani Total Gas, we got in at 1665. We got out in December at 32.59, made a gain of 95%. In MI50, we entered in Adani Power at 50 rupees, sold at 35. We lost 28% here. In 2019, we again had in July entry at 63, got out at 60, -5% we lost. Then Adani Green, we entered at 79 in October 19, got out at 144, made a gain of 84%. And in 19, Adani Enterprise, we gotten at 181. That was very early, and we lost 18% here. So the four trades in MI50. Top 10, we had entered Adani Enterprise at 34.55, but we were not able to exit. Today, at the average price, we have exited, assumed we've been able to exit at the average price. We lost 38% here. In NNF 10, Adani Green was entered in February 22 at 1877, and we exited at 11.55. We lost 38% here. In Feb 21, we added Adani Transmission at 460. We exited at 17.25. We made 280% here. Ambuja Cement we added at 411, we exited 380, we lost 7% here. Adani Enterprise we added at 1031 in April 21. In September 22, we exited this at 3445 at 234%. Adani Green, we added in October 2737. We exited at 1144 at plus 55%. Adani Total Gas, we added in October 22 and we exited today at 1897 at the lower circuit. Uh, Few people who have not been able to execute at the lower circuit, I request that please try to do first thing in the morning. And if you can use your manual sell through your broker, you can always write to small case to update the small case later on. So if you can do that, in case you are not able to get out, please do that. Initially in the morning, in the last many days, it has been open, but later in the day, it has been closed. Ambuja Cement, we added at 340, we exited at 400. We made only a gain of 17%. So overall, this was an NF10. In ATH, MI ATH, we had Adani transmission at 2885. We lost 5% on this trade. We exited in November 22. We had Adani Enterprise at 2200. We exited at 3200, made 42% here. Adani Ports, we had at 453. We exited 694. We made 53% here. Adani Green, we had at 230. We exited at 1129. We made 390% here. Adani Total Gas last January 21, we added at 381 and we exited at 1258 at 230%. So ATH has really benefited from Adani stocks. ATH2, we only had two trades. Uh, July 22, Adani Total Gas at 2500 got out at 3259. And Adani Enterprise, we entered at 2200, got out at 3200, made 28 and 47%. In MI all cap, we had some recent losses. So January 23, unfortunately, we had to enter ATGL at 3912 and we exited at 2342. Loss of 40% on that trade. Adani Transmission 2885 we entered, 3116 we exited at 8%. Adani Power we lost 25% on this trade. Adani Ports we lost 19%. Adani Power again 4%. Adani Green we had entered 230 in May 2020 and by December 2020 we booked out with 390% gain. And Adani Enterprise we entered in August 2020 and 288%, 288 rupees we exited at 1459, 400% return there. So each of these exposures was about 5% of the strategy. So if we had 5% when we made 400%, it would have given a 20% overall kick to that. But if we had 5% and lost 40%, it would have lost 2% of the entire portfolio. In MI20, we had two trades on ATGL. We made 18 and 57%, and these were in the last year and September 22. MI35, we didn't have any trade. Evergreen, because we started this strategy very late in last year, so it did not have the benefit of those initial years of Adani, and we had five trades where we lost money on this. Adani Enterprise is something that will get exited today from this strategy based on the new rule of the intra-month drop. So these are all the transactions that we've done with Adani Group in the entire last 2 3 years. Yes, we've had some misses, but we've had some great gains also. I really cannot say that if we had not touched Adani stocks totally, of course, these recent losses would not have been there, but then those initial gains also would not have been there. So people, all, of course, who have come in late or have recently added capital would have lost money on this. Uh, but my sense would remain that we still should follow whatever principles that we are following and stay on a rule-based system instead of any ad hoc basis. So any of these changes to the rules have been properly tested without impacting the past results, and hence these will now be implemented in the future. So this is all I had for today's session. I hope the market will read the budget in a more positive light by the end of all the fine print reading, and we will have more stability on this Adani Group saga that is going on. Thank you so much for watching this, and of course, a reminder to all Weekend Investing subscribers to whenever you are renewing your current annual subscription, you will have a code automatically applied to your renewal. You have to just press on apply offer and it will get applied, and you can use that code for any other weekend investing strategy also. While whenever we have a drawdown, whenever the markets are down, it is difficult to commit money, it is difficult to add strategies. But if I see in from hindsight that these are the best periods to start off, although even if you're starting at the top, it does not make any difference because gradually you bring in money, and over a period you should be able to do well. This is all for today's daily bite. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.